True Knight here. This is my second take of this video because my first one was way too mean. um, so I did a video call. I'm doing a video called Let's Talk. This is about the ban list today that happened. It's April 13th in the night. Um, and Konami made some decisions. So I'm gonna try and be more nice in this video because my last video take I was a very harsh and mean. Um, and I don't want to carry myself like that on this channel. I want to be more nice, uh, even if I don't agree with shit. So, um, my first overall thoughts of the ban list. How do I put this nicely? I did not like it. Um, being a Sword Soul player, being a very big proponent of Baron, it's obviously one of my favorite cards ever made. You see it in probably like 90 to 95% of my videos. Um, it's always there. So now it's gone. Um, my teammate Jose is trying to convince me that it'll come back eventually to one. Um, I don't think it will. I think Konami's going in a different direction with the game. They want to make it more archetype specific. They don't want to make it generic. Um, which whatever. That like push your prerogative to your company. I may not agree with it, but I have 100 and some subs on YouTube. Like, what do I matter? you know. So, um, I just, I guess to give my overall thoughts real quick. Uh, I think the list sucked. Cool, Protoss is back, but I'd give a Protoss away forever to keep Baron around. So um, had they done everything in that list except for Protoss and Baron, like I think we'd all be sitting here saying the same shit. Like Sword Soul has a chance to be relevant, even though the videos that I've already seen on YouTube, Sword Soul is just getting shit on left and right. Even with their cute little um locks that they do with Protoss, it still just gets shit on. All it takes is an imperm. So, um, something cool. I picked up. So I had I have this built. Fire King, Snake Eye, except for the bonfires, because I just won't pay that. I put Fenrir in its place. But I have Fire King, Snake Eye, because it's the best deck now, for sure. Um, the Fire King version. But I had picked up these and 3D Bellstar and one OSS. I picked these all up for $30 each last week on Wednesday from a buddy of mine, and I just sold them all on TCG Player today. I sold these for 50s each, and I've sold these for $72 each. So that's a pretty cool feeling. I have all my stuff that I sell on TCG Player. I just keep as store credit, and I have I think like 460 in credit right now just because I was waiting for the ban list, but now I don't even know what to buy. Because now I'm like, well, what do I want to play? So I don't even think I want to play this. I think this deck is bullshit, and I don't even know if I want to be a part of it. Um, Something I did talk about in my last take of this, and I think I'll talk about now, is after this ban list today, I'm really considering just taking this format off. Um, Maybe at least for a little like a month or so. Uh, just to be honest, guys, because like I had Manadium, I've had Vanquish Soul, I have uh Infernoble, and like Baron was a main part of all Sword Soul. Um, for fuck's sakes, even like Voiceless Voice, even Snake Eyes with Infernoble, like Baron was kind of like that pillar that, even though I didn't focus on building my decks around, it was always that card that I was like, oh, cool, this can really help this deck. And they just took it away. So, um, a lot of people are saying that, oh, where are you? A lot of people are saying that something like, yeah, I have most of the Ice Barrier shit. Luckily, I ordered two more of these before they jumped up to 30s when they were like 10s. Still waiting from the mail. I'm about to start giving people shit on TCG Player for that. But I had picked up the Japanese versions of the cards that are getting ready to come out in June. Um, but I have this deck, yeah, you know. So this might be the deck that I come back to play. Um, and a lot of people are saying that this is like the next Baron. Um, and this is part of the reason why they did away with Baron was because of this coming archetype. Um, I don't know why I have random engines in here. That's so weird. Oh, hey, cool. So, anyway, um, my thought process on everything that they did with the list today. Uh, as usual, I don't agree with Konami. Um, I don't like it. And it might just need to grow on me. This kind of reminds me of like the first time I saw the live action Ninja Turtles movie, the new Michael Bay one. Um, I walked out of that movie going, holy crap, that thing was horrible. It was the most stupid thing I've ever seen. And then I watched it again like 6 months later at home and I was like, hey, this is actually pretty cool. So who knows? Maybe that'll happen here. Um, all I know is tonight, after about 12 hours of the list being out and having time to think about it, I don't like it. I instantly took out Link Karibo, Summon Limits, Baron from every deck that I played all of them in. Um, and a cool thing I was going to do on the channel, I actually had picked up a European printed copy of Sword Soul, and I was going to do like my take on the deck with this, and then take it to a tournament. Um, but to be honest, like I don't even know if I'm gonna do that now. So I do have a chance to go play locals on Monday the 15th when the list goes live and mess around with shit. But I don't even know if I'm gonna do that because I'm just disinterested. Um, I may just go there to record matches and have content to be able to put on the channel, but I'm wholeheartedly being honest with you guys, 100%. I am thinking about taking this format off from playing, just to kind of reset myself and, you know, decide what I want to do, as this is my hobby. So I gotta decide ultimately, like, do I want to stick around for this or maybe go to a different game? Because, like, is this really what I want to be subject to every few months? Is just, oh, I know we're on a random Saturday when I'm getting ready to clock into work. Suddenly all this shit's different. You know, like, is that really something I really care to be a part of? Or would I rather go to a game where I feel like they actually communicate with you and let you know when shit's gonna happen. Um, and they don't just drop the ball like that. So that's something that I'm gonna think about internally and make a decision on. Um, I haven't bought anything today after the ban list. I know Corridor is a big hot commodity for this package because a lot of people think that this, for some reason, will do anything besides lose to Imperm. But yeah, same with Protoss. Like, if you guys think that Protoss is going to do anything special except for losing to Imperm, sorry to burst your bubble. Um, so, that being said, I'm trying to be as nice as I can be. um, yeah, I just, I don't like it. It's not really my cup of tea. I think what's funny is that most banlist reactions that I have watched today, you kind of see the person look at the list for a minute and then just kind of like, I need to take all this in, and then they gotta go. And I feel like even 12 hours later, I still have that same reaction. Like, every time I looked at that list, I'm just like, 4 months of a format, and that's what you come up with. That's what adult grown ups sat in a room and decided was the logical thing to do. Like, and we don't get an explanation. We just get it dropped on us. So, um, I don't know. I just, I don't know if it's something that I want to stick around and be a part of. Like, I know you guys like my Sword Soul content, and I could tell you, like, until I'm blue in the face, like, hey, I'm gonna make all these different versions of the deck, and I'm gonna have fun with it, and we're gonna test it out and play around with it, and da 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 da. Like, and for all I know, in 2 weeks from now, somebody's doing something that's working, and I fall in love with it. All I can say is the way that I see it today, I'm just like, yikes. Like, I've already, and I'm gonna be honest, I've already been into a tipping point with like Konami and the way that they run their business and the way they do things, like with the YCSs, the um, Worlds Championship this year, the way that they've like cut Europe off the face of the fucking earth, the way that they distribute their products, the way that they handle their ban lists. It's all about. It's not about the good of the game. It's about, well, what are we gonna sell more with? So how do you sell more voiceless voice shit? You intrigue the Sword Soul players by taking away the Sword Soul deck. And you come and say, well, hey, this is Ritual Sword Soul. Come buy this new shit. Like, which is what they did. Like, I sat there like, dang, why do I like Voiceless Voice? Why is it so much fun to me? And then somebody literally said on their stream the other day, like, oh, it's just the ritual version of Sword Soul. And I was like, well, no shit, I like it then. Like, no wonder it clicks with me. It's that reason. So I see what they're doing. And for them, it's all about business. They could give a fuck less about the player base. They just care about making their money. But like, for you guys, it just seems like, for a lot of you guys, I'm not going to say all of you, because I feel like people in other games, they let the company know, like, no, this is bullshit. You're not going to do this. Like, so, and they make it clear, and then that company adjusts. And I feel like the Yu-Gi-Oh player base just doesn't do that. They just allow Konami to do whatever they want to do. Instead of being vocal and taking up a stand and coming together and saying, we're not going to come to locals until you fix this. We're not going to come to your events. We're not going to pay this game. We're not going to do anything. You guys just keep on doing it. So Konami is sitting there like, oh, well, y'all say you don't like it, but you're spending money. So until you, whoever's watching this, makes that decision and makes it be known, like, I'm not going to fund this, then they're just going to keep doing it. And that's why, like, I'm sitting here today for the first part of my day at work, the first 2 hours, because the list came like 10 minutes before I logged into work. For the first 2 hours, I was just sitting there going, huh, that's what they did. That's what they came up with. They hit the end board of Snake Eye, and they made Fire King Snake Eye the best deck. They neutered Sword Soul. They took away generic negates that really helped rogue decks compete. And then they brought back shit that nobody gives a fuck about and didn't even post it on their website. They just posted it on Twitter. At first, I was kind of like, oh, this is a joke. But then it was like, they came out with that little message saying, well, we haven't posted it because we'll post it on Monday and we wanted to give everybody a chance. And like, you guys are a national, like, worldwide company. Why didn't you release the list yesterday on Friday then? Why did, like, uh, I digress. I'm not trying to be mean. But, um, I spent the last 4 hours of my workday like kind of just sitting there like instead of thinking like, oh, I'm gonna make this new way of doing Sword Soul and I'm just gonna change these ratios and this and I'm just gonna add the Ice Jade level 10 will take Baron's place and uh yada yada yada. Instead I just kind of sat there like, well, I don't like this bullshit. Like I'm just gonna maybe I'm gonna go see what Pokemon's doing. Maybe I'm gonna go see what MTG's doing. Maybe I'm gonna go see what Flesh and Blood or yeah, Flesh and Blood is all about. Like maybe One Piece is cool because like ultimately, dude, like a lot of the people that I have foreign friendships with and a lot of the stores that I know, they all center around Yu-Gi-Oh. But it's like, why are you guys putting up with this? Why are you allowing a company to do this? Like the only way you're gonna get the change that a lot of content creators and the player base talk about is action. And the best way to show action to a company is by not spending money. The more you take money out of their pockets, the quicker they'll respond. And so my my message to you, if you've stuck around, I don't know how many views this will get. At this rate, this month I've only gotten like my top video is at like 300 views. So people just don't give a fuck what I gotta say. But my message to you who are listening and take part in my community is um, if you want change and you want this kind of shit to stop, you have to do things like actually consider taking an entire format off and not spending money on the game. And it could suck. If you're a competitor, I get it. You want to compete. But for me, the guy who goes to locals, the guy who's in it to see what the game's all about and has a bond with like a deck or something like that, like, and this is something that Pack talks about. Pack has said it himself because Pack is a competitor. Pack competes at the highest level. And he has said himself, like, when you're building a deck, you can't become attached and you can't care about cards. You gotta win. and I don't know if I'm that kind of player. So that's my thing. Um, so tonight, day one, I'm a little bit bitter. I just don't like it, and yeah, but who knows? Um, maybe my mind will change in like a week or a month or 2 months or something like that. Um, I'm probably gonna take a couple of days off from recording videos and doing deck profiles and all that. I don't even know if I'm gonna playtest stuff while I'm on my own. I might just step away from the game completely for the next couple of days. Catch back up. I might give myself off, and I was supposed to go to locals on Monday, the 15th. I don't know if I'm gonna do that now because I don't really know if I have much interest in competing in a new format that quick. Um, because all people are gonna be doing is testing for YCS, so it's gonna be nothing but Fire King Snake Eye, and I don't know. But I might take off until like Wednesday and then get back on the camera and talk for a little bit. But for right now, what I'm gonna say is that this left like a really bitter taste in my mouth. Just because they dropped the ball on a lot of stuff. They they showed hope. They brought back Colossus. They brought back Kieran. They still left Electromite. They left Dryden. They left all those off the table. Um, and Baron might be gone forever, which sucks because it's probably like one of my top five cards of all time. So, um, that super sucks. But for all I know, Baron could get the unicorn treatment. And next format, they decide, hey, it wasn't so bad. Let's give Rodex a chance. Because I think Rogue is going to completely disappear this format. Because Baron, Borreload, um, cards like that gave him a chance. So now you're going to see a whole bunch of people trying to do this, and it's just going to lose left and right to Imperm within the first couple of weeks, and then everybody's going to be off of it. Nobody's going to give a shit. And then it's going to be all Fire King Snake Eye until what? Uh, until like the Ice Barrier stuff or the new Diabell Stars stuff that got announced comes out, until all that stuff comes out. It's just Fire King Snake Eye. Yeah, people will be cute with Ubel and Voiceless Voice and things like that, but like we already know what's gonna win next weekend in Riley. In Raleigh, uh, Fire King Snake Eye will win, and it's probably gonna be like 80% of Top Cut. You'll see like a Flu and a Kashtira, and then maybe like who knows, good lord, all combo decks are gone. So Infernal's dead, Manadium's dead. Um, you could see what like Flu, Kashtira, a Voice's Voice, and maybe like some off-topic rogue, Tearlament or something like that might make it. And then it's all gonna be Fire King Snake Eye. Oh, Labyrinth. Maybe Labyrinth could do something. I don't know. Labyrinth didn't do shit this format, so it's not gonna do shit next format maybe. But um, and who knows how long this format will go. Last one lasted just under 4 months. We got our last ban list December 19th, so uh 3 months and 25 days is how long this lasted. So we're looking at what, July, like my birthday, July 23rd is possibly what we're looking at. Um, could be the next time we get a list, and that's what, that'll be world's format, right? So By that time, Ice Barrier will be out for a month. Who knows? Maybe they're screwing shit up, and I'll play that deck because I was excited for that to come out. But um, yeah, as it stands right now, guys, I'm trying to be nice. Um, I don't know if I really have much motivation to build Sword Soul anyway right now. I'm gonna give it a few days, like see what people are doing with it before I make a decision. But if I do decide to go to locals, I'm probably gonna be playing either Fire King Snake Eye or Voiceless Voice because that's what's gonna compete right now. Or maybe I could play like Runic. I don't know. You guys would not like Runic, like, but who knows? I'll think about some stuff. I'll I'll think it over. I will try my hardest to convince myself to go to locals on Monday. How about that? I'll see how I feel after physical therapy and kind of go from there. So sorry for the rant. I know I've been talking nonstop. I was really hopeful to do like new ideas and cards that are gonna step out and shine and all this and that, but like I just want to give you my thoughts, what I'm thinking internally, and be honest with you guys and not um, take Konami's side and back them up because I don't think they deserve backup today. I think that they kind of were just all around douchebags. So, anyway, that'll be it for me tonight. I'll go ahead and post this video. I don't expect many views, but yeah, just my thoughts on the new format. Um, maybe my ideas will change in a week. Maybe I'll sit here and laugh at this video and say, guys, was I wrong? This is so cool. This is fun. Maybe YCS next week will be a whole bunch of rogue shit with everybody just trying to kick Fire King's ass. So we'll see. Maybe I'll play Fire King Dogmatica and I'll have fun with that. So anyway, be kind, be respectful. Don't be as bitter as I am today. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.